You are now listening to Sir Ink's The Experience Podcast, where we talk about anything and everything kink. Now, this podcast is only catered to those that are 18 and above and may not be suitable for work, or as we like to say, NSF. But remember, you can always listen to us during your private time. Hello, kinky and kink-curious folk out there. My name is Sir Ink. What's up, everybody? I played with fire and no one got hurt. That's right, I played with fire and no one got hurt. I went to the store, went to Sexplorium here in Philadelphia, went downtown, walked in the store, was looking at the case. My objective, I want to buy the sticks that you can light on fire and have a little session. And boy, did I buy it with the most confident but slightly insecure look on the sub's face when I bought it. Like, you know what, and I won't say insecure, but I would say intrigued, cautious, but confident in my ability to pull it off, right? So I get a stick. I already have 70% alcohol because that's what you use. You could use a different level of alcohol. A different level of alcohol will burn more or burn less. If you use 50%, it burns less. 70% seems to be right on point. Okay, so I have her set up, tied to the bed, got the fire out. She said I should have blindfolded her because just looking at that flame as high as it was, she was nervous. She got nervous when she saw the fire, and then she felt it, and then I'm tapping it because it's like a I have the one that's a stick with the ball with the cotton ball on top, so it looks intimidating, right? It looks intimidating, and I'm playing, touching, playing, wiping, touching, wiping, touching, wiping. And she like, oh, not too much in one spot. Now she's nervous. We're on the bed. She looked at the sheet. She like, you don't want to catch the bed on fire. It was so hilarious seeing her being so nervous, but I wasn't. And I'm going to tell you why I wasn't. Yes, it was my first time playing with fire in that way, using it in a session and things of that nature. However, I was not new to this in my life. When I was younger, my uncle and my older cousin would take tennis balls and douse them with alcohol, 70% alcohol, and light them up, cut the lights off in the basement, and play handball. Or they would throw the ball back and forth to them. I saw it, and when I was younger, I saw it, lost my mind, ran upstairs and told on them. Little rat, right? But I learned that night. And then, of course, I did it myself. It's really fun, because alcohol doesn't burn to the point of like causing issues to your skin. It can, if you leave alcohol on your skin. It can, but it'll more than likely 70% alcohol will evaporate before it does any real damage. But it can cause damage to the skin. It definitely, like I said, if you use too much and don't wipe immediately afterwards, yes, you can cause some issues with the skin. And also know that no matter what you do, you're always going to smell burning hair. You're never going to get around the smell of burning hair. Like, you never get around the smell of burning hair when you're playing with fire. So, and everybody knows burning hair smells horrible, right? It doesn't smell that great. So when you're setting up your space, you may want to have some candles burning. I do know I went to a place in D.C. and I watched the guy do it. And he said, I was like, wow, I don't really smell, no hair burning. But if something smells like kind of good, and he said, yes, well, I mixed a little bit of peppermint oil in with the 70% alcohol. Now, the thing about that is you have to be careful because essential oil is a heavier liquid than the actual alcohol, and it won't burn as fast as alcohol is. So if you're going to mix it, you need to know the right amounts to mix in it, which I do not. Therefore, I did not mix any essential oil in this first time I did it. However, I will play with it. I will play with my measurements with that, and I will use probably peppermint or maybe eucalyptus or something like that, and then I'll use it on myself first. I'll light the stick, play with myself first, and then have a session with my sub and do it like that. But I will not go in a session without knowing how that works, how that feels, and what it might do without using it on myself or using it in general, maybe on the surface and seeing how it burns. Does it burn long? Does it burn? Does it evaporate quickly? You know, what's the difference of acceleration? The difference of, you know, like how long it lasts. So I will be doing that for myself. But just letting you guys know, I played with fire. No one got hurt. It was a fun experience. I had to learn how to take care of my tools, of course, because I think I singed it a little bit too much. But I think that's what happens. You just have to replace the cotton wrapping on it, which I'm now online looking at videos and educating myself more. And I look forward to buying more aesthetics and having more fun. They actually have a flogger one that would look like a mop. It looks like a mop head, and it has it looks like a mop head. But you douse that and you put that in the alcohol, light it, and then you can have a session with a flogger like that. So that's really deep. And one other thing that people, if you're going to have a session, if you're going to use like a flogger like that, people sometimes like to have a spotter. They like to have a spotter. They like to have someone else in the room just in case things get out of hand. Something happens, a spill, something catches on fire of that nature, then you might want to have a spotter there. People also like having not only a spotter, but you need to have like water next to you, a nice big bottle of water, or a little bucket of water, just in case. And I also learned that people like to use fire retardant sheets or covering. So you would put the fire retardant covering down first, and then lay your sub or your participant on top of that, and then have fun. Because then that way, if anything spills, nothing is going to catch on fire. That was one of the things that my sub was weary of, because we're playing on sort of like a bed with regular cotton sheets. So she was so nervous, but the alcohol wouldn't burn the cotton up to the point of incineration like that. Like, it would take a lot for that. You could basically pat it out with your hand, or like I said, grab that cup of water, that bottle of water, and douse it, and it will go right out. Like those cotton sheets, cotton is not going to be highly flammable that fast with 70% alcohol. But what do you think? I will be coming back with a part 2 of this, because we're going to do it again and again and again and again. And hopefully the next time I will have some visuals for you guys. So the next time you guys go on YouTube and watch this part 2, hopefully you will see some visuals of me with the fire and how that thing goes. And but let me know what your insight is. Maybe you can give me some tips, and you can tell me where I was right, where I'm wrong. Again, I played with fire. No one got hurt. Thank God. And then on the next time, I'm going to be extra, extra, extra careful, because she's going to be nervous. I'm going to probably have to blindfold her. But she's probably going to have to see all the safety precautions and all that, the fire department outside, before we do it. And hopefully I'll get you guys some footage of that. But let me know what you think. Let me know what your experience is or not. Are you interested in the fire play or not? And let me know. Let's continue the conversation. And until next time. You know how to find me, Sir INQ, on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And you can always email me at sirinq09@gmail.com. Thank you for listening. Until next time. Peace.